All right, so this conversation is about Elon Musk smoking weed on the Joe Rogan podcast. But first, I got to say why I'm doing it. One, I want to do these videos a little bit more so people can get to know me and my company a little bit better, the way I think and what I think about life. Because I think the lifestyle portion of every single company is very important through transparency and authenticity. And also, I'm doing a program called the Business Accelerator from the London Reel, where I need to do 10 vlogs in 10 days. So this is the start of it. So I'm going to talk about what my belief about Elon Musk smoking weed on that podcast by using a story. And the story is quite simple. The other day, my girlfriend and I were at a barbecue where we ran into a friend of ours that's also around our age. I'm 36, she's 39, he's lower 40s. And we all basically salsa dance, we're CrossFit, we're, eating healthy, we're living that cool lifestyle. So, I mean, from the outside, you could kind of make an argument that we all seem pretty open-minded, transparent, authentic, agreeing with the same things. But when this conversation came up, it got very interesting because I brought it up, and he, being a banker and kind of more of a corporate business guy, I'm running a sports physio company, my girlfriend's running a design company, thought that the Elon Musk situation or him smoking weed was a disaster. And right away, I couldn't disagree with him more. I'm not saying I condone the use of marijuana or whatever for that fact. I'm just talking about the fact that Elon Musk made the choice on a podcast in a state where that is completely legal to do it. Now, as we went into this conversation about why he believed it was a complete disaster, it was because of who Elon Musk was. He's very famous, he runs some company, he's on the board of many different companies, if you can say that, and because of that, he needs to be careful of his public persona. I think that's dangerous because the minute we start telling people because of who they are, they need to be careful with what they do in public, that's drawing a pretty dangerous line in the sand. Because one, okay, he's Elon Musk, that's where it starts. But what if you're a president of a smaller company? What if you're on the board of directors for your kid's school? What if you're an important employee and you're an important manager? And then what if the marijuana is legal in your state? What if you choose to drink when you're over 21 and maybe you get drunk and people are worried? It's a dangerous line because at first it starts with the top, but then we can always slowly kind of move that line in the sand to include everybody else. So one, I think that's extremely dangerous and not fair because we expect people to be authentic and then they make some crazy, maybe stupid decision in your mind. But if that was an authentic decision, how can we get mad at them for doing it? And number two, we have a pretty big problem right now in this world where everybody's not happy. Everybody's taking fucking pharmaceutical drugs or antidepressants, or not everybody, but too many people, right? Getting home from the work that they absolutely hate, looking forward to the weekends, hating Mondays, waiting for vacations, and we wonder why. And then we turn around and tell leaders to stop being authentic. No, if you do that behind closed doors. People shouldn't know that you're doing that. Why should they not? What if there's some 12-year-old out there, 15-year-old out there, 8-year-old out there that is also a genius, that also wants to be a little bit different, and now he's being told that, people like that can't be authentic. Well, then why should that kid be authentic? So I think this is a very interesting conversation because I not only completely agree with what he did, it's his life, he can choose what he wants to do, but when I was speaking with another manager friend, a guy from IBM about it, he Googled it quickly, and I was shocked to see that the first 4 videos that came up were not from like Joe Rogan's YouTube channel or people reposting it. It was from the normal news, so MSNBC, NBS, CBS, whatever. I'm living in Germany now, I forget all of those news stations, and I clicked on one that was YouTube based because I wanted to see the comments below it, and I made my buddy a bet, and I said, dude, I bet you those fucking 200 comments that are listed under the MSNBC video that's on their YouTube page does not support them at all. They're obviously saying it was a disaster and his Elon Musk's partners left after this and he can't seem to run his company. And if you looked at all of those comments, now granted it's YouTube, so this is only anecdotal and these people are probably not going to be helping his business, so to speak, but it's going to give you an idea of the community that we're living in right now, yeah? The reality that we're living in. And every single one said, this is why we don't watch the news. This is why the news is ridiculous. I think Elon Musk did the right decision. Now, again, these aren't the stockholders, I'm sure, and these aren't the people supporting his business. I get it. But the thing is it's kind of like supply and demand. If the demand is for a normal fucking population, then or a normal reality, then the board of directors have to follow that. When people say what they want, Yeah, companies have to do it or they start to disappear. So if Elon Musk is transparent and shows who he really, his authentic self is, and 2 of his board of directors left, good. I mean, that's perfectly great, because going back to my example of my girlfriend, our buddy, and me, can you imagine if we started a company? And not that I'm going to smoke weed in some podcast, but what if I choose to do something outlandish or something that shows my authentic self, and my friend thought it was crazy and said, you know what, David, no way. You're starting to go online. You're running a company. You need to be more of a, I don't know, a figurehead, and keep those things privately. But what if that's who I am? So now I'm told that I can't act how I want to be in public because that's not good for my brand. How do we even know that? That is also just anecdotal evidence. So I wanted to get my opinion out there and say, you know what, I think it's great that he did it. I think if that's what he wants to do, fantastic. If people leave, then meaning his company, then he's going to find new people. I mean, imagine how difficult it is in his generation where, you know, he's in his 40s, where if you look at what they were taught when they were young, and especially his parents' generation, for the men to be stoic and not show emotion, of course he's gonna have a fucking hard time finding people to work for him. And when I'm saying I agree with him, my girlfriend runs a media company, I'm a sports physio, and look at my buddy that didn't, he's a banker. Well, who do you think Elon Musk needs to hire? He doesn't need me, and he doesn't need my girlfriend. He's going to need financial wizards, he's going to need computer wizards, and the ones that he's going to need are going to need to be extremely highly educated. He's going to want the ones that are the best of the best. So the chance of those people in that direction being the best of the best, but also having that conservative mindset is huge. So of course it's going to fucking take him a long time to find what he needs to find, people and personnel wise. So if people come in and come out, that's not a big deal at all. I've been fired from 9 clubs that I've worked at, and it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It just means that the club was looking for something completely different than, in my opinion, they told me to in the beginning. So fired or I left, either way, 9 clubs in my lifetime didn't work out. Now I'm running my own company and it's going smooth, it's going great. So I think to turn around and say that about Elon Musk, in my opinion, is completely wrong. And on the news end, for them all just talking shit about it, I think 1, they're missing the point. 2, they're not realizing people want authenticity. I can't talk anymore. People want people to be real now. And 3, they need to look at their own comments, that people are, the comments on their page, and realize what people are saying. I think they're disconnected, and they're only causing their death to come even faster. So that's my personal opinion. If you guys like this stuff, I'm going to be doing this a lot more and sharing it on a bunch of different social media pages. So I've got Instagram, you know, Instagram TV, I've got Facebook, I've got my website, gtsgermany.com. So check all that stuff out. Sign up for the newsletter. And I think that's it. I got a little cheat sheet here. No, that's basically it. So if you like it, cool, comment, share, and hope you get to know me better. And until next time, guys, peace. Can't turn it off.